this is the setup I'm using for a 4-day trip. It's going to be 300 kilometres there on the road, and 500 kilometres for the ADVGN and out on gravel, and then 300 kilometres back home. I'm going to be camping all the way. Here I'll be using campgrounds, so I'll have access to hot water and kitchen and stuff, so I can make a fairly minimum cooking kit. But this is in this bag, all my camping gear, clothes, food, basically everything for that trip. This bag is like a hiking bum bag sort of thing. So you can wear it around your waist. I've got it set up so it can either be a tail bag or you can use it as a tank bag. So I'm going to try it as a tank bag this year once we get on the gravel to see if I can get some weight up the front and get the front wheel to plant a little bit better. So we'll open it up and we'll see what we've got. So in the bag itself I've got one big compartment, a little zipper compartment, some straps where I can attach anything else, so I'm using a dry bag this time, carry a few extra things. And then I've got what were originally 2 bottle holders on each side, so I've just got some soft stuff in there because that, when it's used as a tank bag, that's roughly where my knees go. So once you crank down on these sides, it really flattens that out, so it's not too bad. So I'll open it up, I'll set it out on the grass there, and we'll see what my camp's going to look like. So that's our setup. We've got a MacPack bivvy bag there. That's got a carbon fibre pole I made up to keep it off your face. MacPack Pinnacle sleeping bag that's just got down only on the top, underneath there's nothing. They're both pretty old, they go together well. So have a look at our sleeping system. So it's just a breathable sort of bivvy bag. This is reasonably waterproof. I think it's a reflex type material. I find it breathes a bit better than the Gore-Tex ones I've had. Mosquito net inside. It's pretty hard to get in and out of. There's no, you can't sit up or anything, but it's enough to keep the rain and the bugs off you for a night. When I got it, I buy most of my stuff used, save some money. When I got this, it had no pole, so I just ordered some carbon fibre tubing and some titanium tubing, and I just cut it into small sections that would fit on the bike, because I found normal tent poles were quite hard to pack. So these ones are a bit shorter, they're about that long, a bit over a handspan, and that works quite well to pack. Then it's just got some titanium pegs, 4 of them, and that's what we sleep in. The sleeping bag is a down sleeping bag, quite lightweight. I have slept in this down to 0 at night, and that's about the survival zone. Put on all your clothes, it's alright. So yeah, just down on the top. This is a reflex material as well, so it stays a little bit drier than a normal down sleeping bag. Nothing on the bottom, it's just 2 layers of nylon, or 2 layers, a layer of nylon and then the reflex material. Designed to put your sleeping mat inside. I don't roll around much, so it doesn't bother me if it's nothing on the bottom. I tend to just sleep on top of stuff. So we're going to use a doubled up layer of bubble wrap. It's great insulator, gives a little bit of cushion. If it doesn't rain the whole way there, I'll sleep on this the sheepskin.
This is just a piece out of a baby stroller. It's great size for a seat on the GN. That'll be comfortable enough for a few nights. I spent a couple of years cycling around the world, so I can just sleep on the dirt, doesn't bother me. A little bit of luxury this year, I didn't take it last year, is I just got a big plastic trash bag, cut it open into a sheet, then some Dyneema fishing line. If it rains, I'll tie it to the bike, pin it to the feet somewhere, and I'll get a little bit of extra cover. If it's not raining and the ground's wet, you can use it as a extra ground sheet. If it rains the whole day, I'll use that as a bit of extra insulation on me when I'm riding. Speaking of that, rain gear, waterproof gauntlets. These make a big difference, especially on cold mornings, keep the wind off. I find I get really sore knuckles and fingers riding when it's cold because I've broken them all. It really improves your ability to grip on when it's cold and the wind, especially when they're wet. So these are just basically rubber. What do they, Rain Off, I think is a New Zealand brand. You can carry water in these, they're that waterproof. So just go over your gloves. I use leather gloves, so I try not to get the leather gloves too wet. Haven't waxed my ones, so I just carry those in a pocket or something. This is I think it's a Dutch military plastic poncho. It's just like one of those rain ponchos you get throwaway ones, but this one's a bit thicker, reusable. You can make a shelter out of them if you really want. I do have a rain suit, but it packs quite large, so this will be a nice one if it doesn't rain the whole time. Just open this up, cover yourself for an hour or so, pack it away. It is quite long. I think it comes down to about your thighs. It's not going to keep my jeans from getting wet, but if it's real, as I say, if it's raining the whole trip, I'll just use some of that plastic. Bag's empty. Move on to clothes. So apart from the clothes I'll be riding in, I've just got a like waffle type lightweight shirt, jacket, you know, keep warm in the evenings. A little merino buff, wear it as a hat, wear it as a mask if it's dusty. A little microfiber towel to dry off, take a shower. Spare pair of underwear, some light socks. I just wear those under my, I wear thicker socks when in my boots, so I wear these under the thicker socks. So I'll be wearing another pair, I swapped them out. And then a merino t-shirt, and that's more or less it. I'll wear the same jeans the whole time. Riding jacket on top. Extra tools. Take a little CO2 canisters. There's enough to fully inflate a tyre. I don't expect to get more than one flat tyre hopefully, so that should be good enough. Tyre spoons, and that's a 17 and a 19, so I can take my rear axle off. Yeah, good length. Little antibacterial hand wipe, a couple of paracetamol, pretty basic little kit. Should probably take a couple extra plasters or something, but there's only so much you can do on the road. Food, I just take there's a 750ml titanium mug, can cook in it, coffee, food, whatever you want in there. And then just basically some There's sort of some instant granola sort of stuff in there. I take some porridge and you know, these camp meals, so I just add hot water to those. You know, a bit of biltong, biscuits, coffee, sugar, tea, little chocolates. There's a spoon in there, boiled eggs. Don't have to take food for the whole trip. Can have dinner in town one night, have lunch in another place another day. So that's I think 1, 2, 3, 5, maybe 6 meals there, quite light. And then that's about it, very lightweight. I've weighed it, the bag loaded, everything for 4 days, 5 kgs. I keep a spare tyre because I've changed my battery. I keep a spare tyre and a rag in there. And because I've got 18-inch front and back, I just need the one. So I'll pack it back up and show you how it looks as a tank bag. So in addition to this, I'll have some extra GoPro batteries, charger in my jacket, a couple of extra SD cards, you know, phone charger cable. Can charge it off the bike, it's pretty good. These will get rolled up and zip tied out of the way. If you want to fill the fuel tank, you can just unclip there, it'll fold back enough and you can get to the gas cap. Obviously it's fairly full at the moment, but once I start eating some of the food, it'll pack down, and then I think on the way home I'll be able to keep all that gear in the bag. I think it's going to be a good little kit. Just trying something different. I normally have the panniers on the back, and they were really good, but I wanted to see what it would be like to have a bit more weight on the front. So stay tuned for in the field update.